start again just with a simple rectangle. We're going to build a pyramid, dome. We're going to mirror and copy today. All right, so I'm going to hit R. Oh, let's also make sure your toolbars are set up. Is anyone having trouble finding toolbars? Yes, okay. We can do one of two things. In the View tab, yes, drop down and there's a button called Toolbars. And you can select View at the bottom and Large Tool Set. I'm going to hit R for rectangle. I'm going to draw a rectangle on the ground plane. And how do I find the center of a square or rectangle? Good. Yep. Let's draw diagonals. I'm going to use L for line tool. Draw diagonals across that square. And then I'm just going to draw a few circles on that same square in a different bubble pattern. Just want it not to be symmetrical. So I'm going to hit C for circle. Just draw a few circles. Again, anytime I want to get out of this command of just hitting the space bar, if you're a button person and you'd rather hit the arrow in the large toolbar, you can do that too. Anybody remember how to select a whole object? Yeah. So let's triple click. And I'm going to say Control C to copy. C as in cat. Control V as in Victor to paste. And I'm going to click on the screen and set that one aside. Sometimes when I hit Control V, you just need to move your cursor around a few times. Click, and that object will populate. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just rotate. Let me think. Yeah, okay. Let's pull one piece of the quadrant of the item we just pasted. So I'm going to hit P for push pull, hover over the surface, and then pull that surface up. Anybody want me to do any of those steps again? All right, and if you do, just raise your hand. I'm going to triple click the object with the element that has the raised section. We're going to use a lot of buttons today because there are not keyboard shortcut commands set up in SketchUp. I want to rotate this. Q, which makes no sense, is the keyboard shortcut command. Q is rotate. Or when you hit Q, you'll see those two arrows that represent the rotate button. All right, rotating is really particular in SketchUp, but once you get it, it's not that hard. What's going to come in is this blue protractor. If I hovered along that vertical face that I push-pulled, it turns red. Or if I hover it around the floor plan plane, it's blue. Just like drawing lines and constraining to an axis, if you push the red arrow, see how it turns, or I'm sorry, the right arrow, it turns red. So that'll hold the type of rotation that direction. I hit the right arrow and it should be constrained to the red axis. Okay. And then I'm going to click an endpoint on that square. Click once. I'm going to drag the line along the edge of the square. And do you see that there's a dashed line? It's really faint green. Okay. Click a second time. And then I'm going to raise the object. Okay. So now you can see I can rotate around that first point. And as you move the cursor, you'll see it kind of snaps to a 90 degree. You can let it adjust that way and click again, or even type in 90, enter. All right, I'm going to leave it there. While we have that highlighted, yeah, let's Control C, Control V, paste again. And we'll set this object right next to it. All right. I'm going to mirror this so that those push-pull elements create a sort of a hallway in the objects. So let's triple click what you just pasted. And then I'm going to right click and look for a command called flip along. All right, so flip along basically means mirror. Why SketchUp calls it flip along. I just want to mirror this thing. I can mirror it on the red axis, the green, the blue. Let's pick red, that the two objects are now mirrored. All right, should I do that one more time? When we're drafting something that's symmetrical, we really only have to draw half of it and flip it. Effect copy. All right, let's create a pyramid out of that first square on the ground plane. I've already located my center line. I'm going to zoom in and use the L line tool. I want to draw a vertical line from the center point of that square. From here, just to create a pyramid form, I'm connecting the dots. I'm going to use the L line tool, if not in it still. Select the end point of the vertical and touch the back or a corner of my square. I'm going to do this on all four sides to get my pyramid. Do any of that again? On a roll. All right. So here's an annoying thing with SketchUp. Let's say accidentally I move this pyramid into that block. Oops. I want to just move the pyramid, but when I clash and collide forms, they all group together. Sometimes I don't want it to do that. So what I do while I'm making parts of an object or a structure is I group them. So I'm going to let's triple click our pyramid. I'm going to right click and find Make Group. All right, now I don't have to triple click that anymore. It acts as one piece. Everyone was able to make a group? All right, then I'm going to hit M for move, and I'm going to make that collide with the other form. And now you'll see that I can triple click the original rotated form and it's not going to grab my pyramid. So I can move the pyramid lots of different ways, right? That to me helps my frustration of when SketchUp starts grabbing edges that I don't want it to grab. Okay, let's make a dome. So here are examples from the last class, right? A couple different dome sizes. I'm going to start with a circle on the ground. So let's hit C for circle. Draw a circle. And then I want to draw a vertical line out of the center of the circle. It should snap. And the height of this line determines the shape of your dome. So if you have a short line compared to the circle, you're going to get a fat, wide dome compared to a really tall center line where your dome will be thinner. Anybody need help doing the line? Okay. Let's draw another horizontal line. I'm going to hit L again. And this line needs to be on an axis. So I can do the green or the red, but see how it's snapping to the red axis? That's going to make the arc command easier. So I'll draw vertical line on the, or a horizontal line on the ground. And I'm going to use a new tool. I'm going to use the 2-point arc. Again, this one doesn't have a shortcut. I'm going to click kind of in the group where the line L line is. And can you guys, you can see my screen, right? On your screens? Yes. Good. All right. That helps. So 2-point arc, we're going to click that. Then I'm going to hit 2 points. The top of my vertical line, the side, okay, and then it would be so nice to constrain this, but I never have luck doing that. So we're going to hover our line until you see a vertical blue. Just keep rotating and moving the cursor with that 2-point until you see a really faint dashed blue line. You're going to click again. And if you don't get it, right, you won't have a surface like mine. Try again. Okay. We can always try to work in, if we look or use our Views tab and go to Elevation, that'll put us in the perfect elevation. It has to be a solid surface. Okay, so now, and this actually didn't work for me the first time I did it in class. We'll see how it is for you. And then I got it to work. I am going to click that sail-like surface we just created. And then I'm going to click the Follow Me tool. And I'm going to try and trace the circle. So you're doing this. I'm trying to stay on that outer line. Maybe I'm just, okay, there we go. So patience, huh? Finally. Yes. All right. So we're here? Yeah? Okay. Um, I've clicked the follow me tool. I am clicking the surface of the sail, and then it's just making sure our cursor stays on that outside circle, which I'm zooming in, zooming out, and still holding down the mouse button while I zoom in and out.